Hey everybody, Katie here, the Katie, as in the Bob and Katie show, as in the Bob and Katie show that you just downloaded and you just press play. I want to take a second to personally thank you for downloading this episode on whatever fancy schmancy device you have in the palm of your hand right now. Please take a second to go to patreon.com/the Bob and Katie show and show your support that way. We super appreciate it. And even more than that, because we like your money and everything, it helps the world go around and helps the Bob and Katie show continue on. Please share this episode. Tell your friend, tell your coworker. If you're listening to this at work right now and you're not supposed to be, tap your coworker on the shoulder and be like, you need to listen to this too, so I'm not the only one getting in trouble. Tell your friends, your neighbors, whoever, your dog. I don't know. Some dogs have Facebook nowadays and stuff like that. Anyway, just tell somebody about it. We appreciate it more than you could ever know because word of mouth, worth its weight in gold. So thanks again, and I hope you enjoy.
Welcome, everybody, to the Bob and Katie Show.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Bob. Let's just go ahead and get this one thing out of the way. Something that I kind of hinted at like 2 weeks ago. We were supposed to record this 2 weeks ago, and things just kept exploding or going wrong or whatever it is that could happen. That thing happened. All of those things happened every night, every day. Those things just happen over. And somebody's downstairs knocking on something. Did you hear that?
Mm-mm.
How did you not hear that?
I don't know.
Okay, well, there's somebody in the house with us, so we're doing the best we can. You just keep an eye on the stairs right there if they come up.
Do we need to go take a look downstairs?
No, that'd be okay. It'd be fine.
Grab my knife.
Okay, so here's the audio that I'm going to play for everybody. That is the sounds of the Death Jetta coming back to life.
She's alive! She's alive!
After months of nothing out of her, it has started back up. But we still got a
huge shout out to my brother.
Yeah.
My brother has single-handedly pretty much taken every single piece of that car apart and put it back together again. And it's a Volkswagen, and I think it's a little outside of his realm of comfort because apparently Volkswagens are made differently than any other vehicle ever in life.
That's what I hear.
They just have to be different and special. And so huge shout out to my brother Rocky, who is a fantastic mechanic.
When he started this and recorded this audio, there actually was no tires on the car, no radiator, no headlights, nothing. It was just the motor and a little bit of oil. So it's still got work.
She's coming along.
It's still got work. But like everything that he's done to it, that we've done to it, I'm hoping that it clears some check engine lights. Because if we get it put all back together and the check engine light comes back on, it's done. There's nothing else I could do with it. Other than like try to sell it to somebody in like South Carolina because they don't have inspections there. But there you go. That is the Death Jetta update. I've had a lot of people ask me about that car. Like people ask me about it constantly.
That's so sweet.
Isn't it? Or is it? Do you think people are like, oh wow, I really want to know about the Death Jetta? Or the people like, do you think he still drives it?
Maybe it's like just extreme pity on you.
Maybe.
Because of how bad that
I
car
miss
is.
it though. I like that car.
I miss it too because, we're down to one vehicle and you work every day, long hours. So I'm just like sitting here at the house with the kids all the time. It's not like I go out a lot anyway. I don't really go many places, just me and the kids. Because that's just asking for trouble. 3 kids, 3 and under. Makes me tired thinking about it. But anyway, the fact of the matter is before when the car was there, if I wanted to go somewhere, it was there and I could.
Right. Now you can't.
Sometimes I get a wild hair and go, all right, I'm going to load up the kids and go somewhere. But now I'm just trapped.
You get your man feet off me. I'm trying to record over here and throw me off.
I need space for my toenails to dry.
Stop touching me. We got this whole big old room and you got your feet all across the under table on me. Speaking of outside, I want to have a conversation with you about outside because I don't think it's a big secret. I'm not a big fan of the outside.
No.
It's to me, it's uncomfortable and a lot of times unnecessary. It's weird to me. Let me tell you how this got brought up. So I'm in like this message group with some people, right? And, this one lady was excited because she got this, for lack of a better term, beer koozie. Mm-hmm. I think it was like from Bojangles, and it had like a spike on it so that you could take it to the beach and like stick it in the ground. Mm-hmm. So like if you're sitting in your chair, you stick it in the ground. That way your can doesn't fall over when the wind blows or something like that. And like everybody was really, it's like, oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And I'm just like, well, why? And I think
because some people like to enjoy nature and be outside, the fresh air, the sunshine. Some people like that, Bob.
Well,
and the beach. Maybe you're spoiled because you grew up near the beach, but everybody doesn't get to be near the beach. It's a pretty cool thing.
Well, I commented in the group and I was like, well, that's all you guys. I'm not a big beach person. And somebody called me weird.
You are weird. I mean, I'm not saying you're weird because you don't like the beach. It's not just the beach. You don't like for me to open the blinds.
In the morning time? I just, like, why?
Most mornings, you're not here whenever I get up. And that is not the first thing. The first thing I do is get the baby and feed him.
No, it's not. First thing you do is tinkle. We both know that. You get up out of the bed, you go pee.
Most of the time. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I grab him first. Depending on how early. Because if he wakes up at, like, say, 3:55 a.m., I don't have to pee yet. I haven't been asleep long enough.
Okay.
But anyway, as soon as Reese and I come downstairs, that's the first thing I do. I usually don't even sit him down. I have him in my arms and we go and we open all the blinds downstairs because I want to see the sunshine and the outside. And days that you're home, I'll come downstairs and usually you're already awake and you're already downstairs and it's like pure darkness. And I'll start opening blinds. You're like a vampire. You're like, sunlight. Ah!
I don't know. It doesn't agree with me.
It doesn't agree with you? I'm pretty sure you need sunshine to live. It's called vitamin D.
Mm-hmm. I mean, can't we get that from somewhere else? So, like, you can get D out of a bottle, right? Do you think I need to go to Walmart and get like some vitamin D pills?
I have some.
This whole time?
No, I went to the doctor at Walmart. I think it was before I was pregnant with Reese. Mm-hmm. But they checked some things, and I was vitamin D deficient. And the doctor was talking to me, and it made sense. I never thought about it before, but, I had 2 little kids, and at the time we lived in an apartment. We didn't have a yard.
Right.
And I just didn't get outside much. I didn't get much sunshine, and I was vitamin D deficient, and I had to take supplements.
You have some of that here?
Yeah.
You've really got to start speaking up sometimes. I mean,
do you think you need vitamin D supplements? I mean,
there's a chance, right? I mean, look at my skin. It's pasty. It's pasty white. Look at that. It's gross.
You are not pasty white. What is wrong with you? You're like brown.
I am not brown. Anyways.
Do you want to compare?
No. You got me there.
I'll show you what pasty white is.
No, seriously though, all kidding aside, you really got to start speaking up sometimes. Because, like, I don't pay attention to my health the way that I should. Like, once again, I did that side-by-side picture from when I was in New York versus where I'm at now. And, like, every time I look at it, I'm like, why didn't she say something?
Because I'm bad too.
You're nowhere near in the bad condition I was. Like, you should have at least just went, hey, do you need some help? Or do you want to talk about it? Or something? Because in my mind, I was like, I was okay, Like, in my mind, like, I knew I was fat, but it wasn't like, in my mind, it didn't seem dangerous. And like, I look back at it now, I was like, it was dangerous. I was round, like a quarter, or like with a quarter with a penny on top. You know what I mean? Like, it was weird. Like, you should have been.
Like, when you say a quarter with a penny on top, is that lying down, stacked one on top of the other, or is that stood up like a snowman?
Like a snowman. Oh. I look like a snowman. And I'm white because I don't go outside.
Oh my God.
Like a snowman. Stop. I'm just saying, you should have been like, hey, it's getting out of control. Because it was.
Well, I kind of did when I was like, hey, let's go on a diet
When was this?
at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But
Remember,
I mean, I think I'd been complaining
the first
at that
month,
point,
you're
though.
like, I'm only doing this because this is just the food that you're making. I'm not on a diet. That's what you kept saying to
No,
me.
the type of diet that we were on.
You're like, I'm only doing this because
I had no choice because you
this is
cooked
just
the food.
This is just the food you're making, and I'm just eating it.
Right. It made me feel better about myself. I don't know what
You're
to tell you.
welcome.
Yeah.
So see, I was looking out. You know, there's like that statistic, and I don't recall the actual numbers, but they say like that married men tend to generally live longer than like single men because you got your wife looking out for you.
I guess. All I know is that it got bad. It's a lot better now. Still not good. Still not great, but it's better. So, just, every now and then just put your hands up in the air. Wave a little bit if you see something like that happening. I mean, I love you. I'm okay with you going, hey, it's getting out of control.
There is no way on God's green earth, especially given the size and the weight you were at that point, that I would point out something about your weight.
Why?
Because that's a sensitive subject to me. I've struggled with my weight my whole life, and that's always been a touchy subject. Like, I don't want anybody to talk to me about my weight because I'm perfectly aware. So yeah, there's no way I would do that to you.
I would be okay with you doing it to me. I'm not okay with like a stranger doing it. Or as a matter of fact,
So would you say something to me because I was at a really unhealthy weight? Would you have said to me like, Katie, come on, those hips, it's out of control.
no, I like your hips though. No, because I don't think you were out of control. I was out of control. I was out of control. I was real close to being on one of them shows you watch.
Well, I had just had a baby, and I know that men tend to gain weight too. Even though they're not the ones who are pregnant. Like, I have my pregnancy cravings, and so I'm eating junk, and, you're going to partake some too.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of the reason. And we had a really stressful year last year.
Them Andy's cheeseburgers.
Right?
You crave those all the time, and every time I got you one, I got me two.
No, you did not.
You don't know my life.
Not unless you were eating them in the car.
I do like eating in the car.
I do know something about your life. It's the problem. When you go in that closet and want to play dress up, and then don't hang your clothes back up, we got the problem, Bob. I'm calling you out. I'm putting you on blast right now on the podcast for everyone to hear, because maybe if I do that, you won't do it again. How many shirts? You tell me how many shirts were on the floor in the closet that were perfectly clean, balled up.
6.
That sounds about accurate.
Is that right?
It was, yeah, like 6 or 7.
See, this is what happened.
You tell me why a grown behind man can't hang a shirt back up that he tried on.
Can you stop screaming for a second
I'm not
and let me talk
screaming.
to you?
I'm talking with passion in my voice.
I've got a reason. I'm not going to say it's an excuse or that it's viable to any degree, but I have a situation. I can tell you what happened.
Tell me what happened while you couldn't hang your clothes back up.
We were getting ready to go to a birthday party, and I have lost weight. And a part of my weight is the reason that I only wear the same
black shirts.
Black shirts.
It ain't no secret. You and your black shirts.
But I'm starting to get more. You got to stop with that chair.
I lean back too far.
I'm starting to get more adventurous with what I wear. I haven't changed.
Like navy blue.
Yeah. Gray. A dark gray. I wore a dark gray today, actually.
Other neutrals.
Yeah. And I every now and then I'll just go, I'm going to wear something different. And we were getting ready for the birthday party, and I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to wear something different. And I changed my clothes 7 times.
There was I think there was a polo, a bunch of button-up shirts. Mm-hmm. There was even a football jersey.
Yeah, I put a football jersey on for a minute. It is real white, though. That football jersey. That football jersey was hella not
I was
black.
like, I go in there, and first of all, I'm like, oh, no, he didn't. Oh, no. Because do you know how much laundry I do in this house? With 5 people, 3 of them being small children. The laundry is just oh my God.
Right.
And I feel like it's all I can do to stay on top of laundry and actually have it like put away, hung up, folded up. And I was just like, oh, I think I twitched a little bit like, oh no, he didn't. I was like, I know he ain't wearing this football jersey at his house.
The reason I was just trying on stuff, but then we started running late and I just left it there. That's what happened. And to bring everybody to a conclusion, I wore a black shirt. So
yeah.
Now I want to get back to my conversation that I was having with these people about outside. Now, when I started talking about I don't really like outside.
There's that screwdriver I was looking for in the garage today.
Can you stay focused? Can you do the podcast with me?
Let me tell you, I was mad at you today for not putting your tools back where they go because I was like, I need a screwdriver. He's done confiscated my pink screwdriver, and now he's not going to put his good screwdriver back in the toolbox where it goes because I needed a screwdriver for something. And I was like, God dang it. Had to use a crappy screwdriver.
That movie Up, where every time a dog see a squirrel, I feel like that's who I'm having a podcast with. Stay focused.
Did you just like low key call me a dog?
Very low key.
I think that's what just happened.
This story is like, it's taken so long to get to this. It's not going to be worth it. I'm going to power through. I'm just going to ignore you for the next 2 minutes. This is what happened. I said that I didn't really like outside or the beach or I don't even like beer. Right. And that was a part of the thing. And, this was the comment. It said freak, exclamation point. Yeah.
Well, that's a bit far reaching. Freak.
And then I said, I'm a freak? Question not.
Question not whether thou wast just a freak.
So, I said, I'm a freak? Question mark. I think not. And I didn't get upset. I wasn't mad, but like I felt kind of playful. Like I wanted to make this argument. And this is what I said. I said, we all work our tails off every day so that we could pay for a place to sleep and hang out that has TV and air conditioner. Hashtag team inside. And that's how I feel about it. You know, we work our butts off as a society, as a person so that we can have, you know, this nice, comfortable house with air conditioner. Like I don't work my tail off all week long so that on the day off we can go sit in the dirt. Like I can't wrap my mind around that thought.
Oh gosh.
Like I just can't do it. But I was like, I pumped myself up. I was like, we're going to have this argument, right?
See, some people might look at it as though I go to work and I'm trapped inside of this building 5 days a week and I can't even see the sunshine or nature. So yeah, on my day off, I want to go relax outside and, you know, at the beach or whatever.
Let's go to the movies. Let's go to the mall, like an inside mall.
Ew.
Like they use these new outside malls. Like that's crazy talk. That's insane.
You know, I think like the whole inside mall is
it's going away.
Yeah. Like our kids, they're not going to know what it's like. By the time they get to be teenagers, they're not going to know the whole inside mall experience, you know, with a nice fountain
right
on the inside somewhere and stuff like that.
So I send this message out, and you know how competitive I am, right? For some weird reason in my mind,
you think Team Inside needs to like win,
right? And I'm argument. Like, we're gonna have this argument. Like, we're gonna talk about why, you know, I feel the way I do, why this person feels the way they do, or you know, this lady feels the way she does. And this is what she says: "You do you, boo boo." So like.
Boo boo.
Not only
like Bob's being boo boo pouty. Boo boo pouty Bob wants to stay inside.
Not only do I not get to have the argument, but like she called me boo boo, like a name, like
I feel like that was like that's trash talking right there.
Is it trash talk?
Boo boo. Like I don't think I could call you boo boo if I was like.
I would rather you didn't call me boo-boo. I would rather nobody called me boo-boo.
I feel like...
It reminds me of that little, like, chunky girl from TV. What's her name?
Honey Boo Boo?
Yeah, like, I don't want that. That's...
You don't want to be Bobby Boo Boo?
No.
I feel like the only time I would call you that is if I was like, upset with you or trying to like, come at you.
What?
Bobby Boo Boo. Like, I wouldn't like use it as a term of endearment.
Like if we were like in the conjoined like coitus, like in the middle of like the beast with two backs, and you just call me Boo Boo in the middle of it, like you wouldn't do it then.
What? This conversation just got really weird.
I love it when I can say something and your eyes twitch and like you start glancing to the left and the right real fast.
Whoa.
So yeah, it was like it was like a gut punch. Like
Boo Boo. You do you, Boo Boo.
I got called a name and I didn't get to argue anymore.
Yeah, because I mean, what do you say after that?
You don't say anything.
You do you, Boo Boo. That means conversation over.
Right. Yeah, I got shut down. Yeah.
Yep. Shut it down.
Yeah. I got shut down, and there was nothing I could say. And like, there's like 15 people in this group, and they all saw it.
So, was this person you were arguing with? Were they like playfully arguing back, or was this like?
No, this is all in my head.
This dude is crazy.
I've had a week or so to think about it. It's all in my head. Like I do this stuff to myself. I do it to me.
Was this person like, this conversation is so stupid? You don't like the beach. All right, you do you, Boo Boo.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. And on this end of the phone, I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like I pumped myself up. Nothing happened.
Normal people don't get as worked up as you do about things. You got yourself worked up over someone else having a cool beach beer koozie.
And then I wanted to argue about it. I guess I just need that in my life.
That is not... We should go visit back to... Was it last episode? Bob got issues.
Yeah. You know what else happened today?
Did somebody else call you Boo Boo?
No.
Bobby Boo Boo? Do you remember when Talladega Nights came out and everybody called you Ricky Bobby?
Why do people do that?
I don't know.
And I don't even let people call me Bobby. There's only one person that calls me Bobby. I can't make him stop.
No, there's more people that call you Bobby.
Who calls me Bobby?
Megan calls you Bobby.
Oh, I don't listen to her.
My mom calls you Bobby.
She does. Why does she do that?
Hey, at least she doesn't call you BJ.
Call her.
My mom?
Yeah, call her.
I'm not calling my mama at 11:08 at night. She's probably been asleep for like 3 hours.
Oh, man.
Do you know what it's like to call and wake up my mom? I couldn't even call and wake up my mom when I was in labor. She wouldn't answer my phone calls.
Call her, wake up. She get mad. I'd be like, "It's Bobby. We need to talk."
I was in labor and like tried to call her, and it was like 8 a.m. the next morning, and she was like, "Why didn't you call me?"
You did call her though, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. She didn't remember it?
No, she was out of it.
Oh.
My mama sleeps hard. Where do you think I get it from?
You do. You sleep harder than anybody. It's insane. It is insane how hard you sleep. Like
this is coming from Bobby Boo Boo, who only sleeps 3 hours a night.
I've been sleeping 4 hours. I've been sleeping 4 hours.
Swear, you're like, I think you're like part vampire.
Me?
You don't be sleeping at night, and you don't like the sunshine.
I like the taste of blood.
Ew.
I'm joking.
Tastes like pennies.
It does, like old pennies. It just tastes like old pennies.
Everybody's like, how do they know that? That just got really weird.
Sometimes I'll bite Katie's toes and they bleed a little bit.
You need to stop. That's nasty.
It is nasty. You need to wash them feet before you stick them in my mouth. What's wrong with you?
Still, why are you being so weird?
I want to read you something.
Read me something.
And then you tell me what you think. You have tattoos.
Yeah.
And I have tattoos. Yours are really nice. Some of mine are nice. Some of them are not so nice because I started doing this before, and I didn't know any better when I made some decisions on where I went and things I got. But it's better. It's better. It's getting better.
I have a not so nice tattoo.
You do have a not so nice tattoo.
Thank God it's in a place nobody ever sees.
Except for when I'm chewing on them toes.
Oh my God. Ew.
Anyways, our buddy Kurt, an amazing tattoo artist, like incredible, right? Has his own shop, and he put up that he had a booth available. Like somebody was he needs more tattoo artists for his business, right? And this is a comment that somebody put below it. I believe that the so-called tattoo artist in quotations, should have to draw out for the people getting a tattoo what this trash they call body art will look like in 20 years.
Well, that is ridiculous.
Like, there's so many, I don't even know where to start. First of all, this goes back to, this is my first thought of it. I went to that place to get that salad. We've had this conversation. I've told this story 1,000 times. They got my salad wrong, right? I didn't eat it, and I didn't go back. You know, the purpose of that is because why would I involve myself in something that doesn't make me happy, something that aggravates me? You move on and you go do something else, right? Mm-hmm. If you don't like tattoos, if you think it's trashy, why would you go onto the page of a tattoo shop to leave a comment about tattoos? How does that make any sense?
I guess it makes, I don't get it. The world we live in nowadays with social media, I don't get it. Everybody feels so entitled to spread their opinion. Like,
I have to talk.
Okay,
you have to know how I feel.
Tattoos, then just don't get one. Nobody's holding you down.
I'm sorry, what? What did you say?
I said if you don't like tattoos, don't get one.
What? That's an option?
Right?
That's something you can do?
You don't have to comment about it. Just don't do it. And as far as this, like, let's draw what it's going to look like in 20 years. Well, obviously that is impossible because you don't know.
You don't.
Because it all depends on how well you take care of it. Yeah. You know, where it's at on your body.
How well you take care of you.
Yeah. Are you going to gain 50 pounds and then lose 100? And are you going to put sunblock on it? You know, like, shut up. So you don't like it, don't get it.
Right. Now, let me tell Tommy how I feel about it. Are you eventually going to start sagging and getting old? Yeah, because that's life.
Yeah, it's already starting to happen.
It's life. It's going to happen, right? But I like tattoos. I think it's sexy. So you know what I'm going to have? I'm going to have me a sexy old tattoo cover grandma one day. I'm okay with it because it's what I like. It's what I'm into. It's what you're into. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I've never, like, it would never cross my mind to go onto somebody's page who doesn't have tattoos and talk about that. The
only people who ever stir up arguments about tattoos are people who don't have tattoos. That's just...
Yeah.
That's the honest to God truth.
I just don't understand why somebody would take the time to do it.
Why do people take the time to throw out their opinions about anything?
Oh... The world we live in. And you know what's messed up is this an old person. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times when you see stuff get started on Facebook, it's by some young person with opinions and, you know, this is how the world should be and we're going to make it a better place or a not so good place. And this is like an old person. This is an old dude. He's probably 65, 70 years old. Like at what point do you just go, you know what? I'm just going to sit here on the porch and not do anything for a while.
You do you, boo-boo.
That's right.
That's what you should tell him. You do you, boo-boo. Shut it down.
Hashtag Bobby Boo Boo. It's crazy. And I'm mad about it.
I know everybody don't have my life. But geez Louise, sometimes I'm thankful for the time just to brush my teeth before it's like noon.
Yeah.
And so I don't have the luxury of just randomly scrolling and just going, I don't like this crap. I'm going to throw in my 2 cents. I'm too busy picking up the Hansel and Gretel Cheerio trail through the house.
I got lost for a second. I was like, Hansel and Gretel, what are you talking about?
No, the other day I was trying to clean the bathroom, our bathroom upstairs. And I had Reese in the walker in our bedroom, like on the carpet. So like he couldn't go anywhere. Mm-hmm. And I was giving him Cheerios and juice and toys and stuff just so I could clean the bathroom. Well, Riley was being oh so helpful to me and giving Reese more Cheerios. And before I knew it, there was an entire box of Cheerios on the tray of Reese's walker. I mean, like, I took a picture of it. It was like a mountain of Cheerios and Reese is just like shoving them in his mouth as fast as he can. Like, yes. And Riley, I guess at some point had just run through the upstairs of the house. And so I'm picking up Cheerios and it's like a trail. Like instead of breadcrumbs like Hansel and Gretel, it was Cheerios. It started like at one end and it went all the way through the upstairs of the house.
Now, did you eat them as you were picking them up?
No, I didn't eat them. Ew. Ew.
What? What? Ooh, it's carpet. It's not that. I mean, like, we have clean carpet.
Yeah, I know. But you don't know what happened to that Cheerio before it got dropped.
Oh, yeah, you're
Half
right,
the time they're soggy. Do you know how many soggy Cheerios I've eaten in my lifetime where the kids are being so sweet and they're like, here, mommy, you eat this. And you have to. If a small child offers you a Cheerio, you can't turn it down. You'll break their heart. So I've eaten many a soggy Cheerio in my day.
Well, now you make me feel bad because they've tried to put stuff in my mouth before that was food. They had their nappy little, or not nappy, but like
sticky.
They're like
moist.
When a small child eats a Cheerio, let me explain to you what happens for you people that don't have kids. They will hold the Cheerio with 4 fingers. Okay. Now you and I, there's 2 different ways you can eat a Cheerio. You and I, if we just picked up a Cheerio. 1, we throw it in. You know what I mean? Like, you just like toss it in there. Or 2, you put it right on the lip, right?
You like,
and then you pull it in. Well, this is what a child does. A child will hold a Cheerio with 4 fingers, and they will go 1 knuckle deep inside their mouth.
Sometimes 2.
Sometimes 2. 1.5, 2 knuckles deep inside their mouth with all 4 fingers like this, and drop it in. And sometimes, now their fingers are all soggy, because they keep sticking their hands halfway down their throat to put these Cheerios in. So sometimes when they release their fingers to release the Cheerio, it doesn't fall off because it gets stuck to their finger, and then they pull the fingers out and the Cheerio falls to the ground. And then you got soggy carpet Cheerios. Where was I going with this? Oh, they've tried. This is what they do, and they'll try to give me food, and I'm like, don't put a nasty mess in my mouth. So you're sitting over there taking the soggy food.
I guess so.
That's probably why they like you better than me. Cause I don't.
No, they do not like me.
I don't eat the soggy baby ham food. My God, it's nasty. Like, I have seen liquid come out of the baby's mouth before, and I'm just like, how is that in there?
Like drool?
Yeah,
it's so much drool. Like, you would think he would like dehydrate. Much moisture as he loses through his drool.
Sometimes I'll watch him drool, and I'll sit there and I try to put that liquid in my mouth to see if I could do it. And like, I can't.
It's so much.
I can't get that amount of liquid in my mouth. I've seen him open his mouth one time, and it just poured out like a faucet. Yeah. And for like a long time, and I'm like, dude, where's that coming from? Where the hell is it coming from? Like mine... Maybe I don't drink enough water. I feel like my
mouth is dry now.
I know. Let's take it. We got to go.
Yeah. Why were you so noisy? You were like,
I don't know, because my mouth feels weird thinking about it. But no, I don't let them stick. That's the soggy food in my mouth. That's happening. No. You do that.
Why?
Such a mom.
Yeah.
That's a mom thing to do for real.
It is. Yeah.
Now, I want to switch gears.
You're so mean.
Me?
Yeah.
Why am I mean?
How are you going to deny when a small child is giving you a Cheerio?
Uh-huh. If I can visually see that it's wet and soggy, I'm not putting it in my mouth.
There was one day Reagan
watched Riley. When kids watch TV when they're young, they're 2 inches away. The TV's 60 inches wide, and they'll stand 2 inches away. And I watched him stand there one day in his underwear, and he stuck his hand down the back of his pants and just kept it there.
Oh, yeah. They do that all the time.
And then he takes that same hand, goes a knuckle and a half deep in his mouth.
I'm talking when they were younger, like little.
Okay.
Like year and a half.
You're right. They're not gross when they're that young.
No.
Tell me what Reese does with his hand every time. Every time you take his diaper off, what is the first thing he does?
Down there.
He grabs his testicles and pulls them 5 inches away from his body. That makes me go, oh God, dude, stop.
I don't even have one, and I'm like, oh God.
Does he go wash his hands after that? No, he doesn't, because he is a baby. But then he sticks his hands in a pile of Cheerios and puts them in your mouth. But I'm the mean one, because I'm like, no, I don't want no soggy baby ball freaking Cheerios in my mouth. What is wrong with you?
I'm a mom. I have mom brain. Yeah, like Reagan's new thing lately is she sticks her hands down the back of her pants and then goes, look, Mom, I don't have any hands. Like half the day she's walking around with her hands in her pants. Oh. But I mean, they are to the age now where they wash their hands frequently. Mm-hmm. And I love that the kids love to wash their hands, like after they go to the bathroom and stuff. But poor Riley, he hasn't mastered actually pumping the soap.
Okay.
So he has to like get the bottle of soap down, and he's like got it on the floor, crouched. It takes him like multiple pumps of him trying to aim it into his hands. There's like little soap piles on the floor where he missed. And I'm like, dude. And when am I going to be like, don't wash your hands?
Yeah, you can't do that.
I'm just like,
He'll get it right.
Until like I constantly tell him one squirt, one pump of soap. And it's the foamy stuff. Like it's one pump is plenty for your little hands. And then I'll hear Reagan like echoing my sentiments if I'm not in there with Riley, only one squirt. She's such like my little mini me. She wants to be the mom. In fact, like she'll tell me sometimes I'm the mommy, and I'm like, oh no, you're not.
You are 3 years old.
Like, you most certainly are not.
You know, one thing I really like about our kids, because of the situation we're in, and they talk really well for 3-year-olds.
Sometimes that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Cause like we're not really in a situation where we like baby talk with them. Like I've never baby talked, you know, like Reese is 11 months old and I talk to him like he's a grown person, you know, it's like, come on, man, don't do that. Don't put that in your mouth. What are you doing? What are you thinking of? You had a good day? What'd you do today? Like he can't talk yet. And I'll ask him that. I'd be like, so what'd you do today? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just what's built into me. And our kids, you talk to them all day long. You talk
All day.
If anybody can talk, it's Katie. So I could just imagine when I'm not here, I bet you have conversations with them.
Between Reagan and I, oh yeah. She has the gift of gab, like mommy. But now it's the questions. They're in that phase of the questions.
Yeah. Why do you have 2 bowls?
And why?
Why so many plates?
Why?
Because we're all having dinner, children.
Why? Everything is why.
Why did you get cheese out? Why is your drink red?
Yeah.
Like,
why?
If you ask me another question, I'm going to throat punch you.
Like, I try so hard to answer all their questions because they're curious and they're learning and I want them to learn. But sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, because they're.
Shut up.
You like, you know, I mean, anybody who's been around a 3.5-year-old and knows all the questions that they can ask, now times it times 2.
Right.
And they're both asking questions. And I'm like, oh my God, just hold on a second. Just
it's
pause.
Too much.
I can't process it all.
It's okay. It's all right. It's, you know, they're learning. And I try to keep that thought.
Oh, the greatest thing was the other day we were watching pictures off of your phone on the TV. And we were watching pictures of like when they were born, like literally their birth. And Reagan turns and looks at me with this look of horror. Because I was like, that's you. Because Reagan was born first. And she said, Mommy, why is there red stuff all over me?
Yeah.
I've been trying to explain that to a 3-year-old. I'm like, well, you know, all babies have yucky stuff on them when they come out.
Mm-hmm.
And she came and sat beside me on the couch and covered her eyes and said, Mommy, I don't want to look at pictures anymore. I was like, you don't have to, baby.
Now, somebody's going to go, oh my God, what kind of pictures were they? It wasn't that bad. It wasn't like, it was just a picture like after she came out and they were trying to clean her up and stuff. But, yeah, no, I get that. Like things are happening now. Like they started picking up their own personalities, you know, like a year. Yeah,
there was lots of why question. Like why is there red stuff on babies when they come out?
Right.
Why did they look like that? Why did they have to clean them off? Why? So many questions.
It's not going to stop.
I don't remember if I talked about this or not. So stop me if I did. But the period questions.
I'm sorry, period questions?
Yeah. I haven't talked about
that? No. How do they know what a period is?
Well, so not long ago, I got my first period back since having Reese.
Okay.
And the kids go in the bathroom with me. And I knew, like, whenever I was on my period, I was trying to, like, not let them in there.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they're going to see stuff, you know. Right. But they were in there with me. And, yeah, I mean, they saw. And Reagan was very concerned.
Yeah. Mommy's going to die.
She said, Mommy, do you have a boo-boo?
And you should have said, yes, I do.
I said, well, sort of. I was like, it's kind of like a boo-boo. And Riley he said, Mommy, did that come out your butt? I'm he was like, wide-eyed, did that come out of your butt? And so I'm like, oh my God, how do I explain this to 2 3-year-olds?
You don't. And
Well, I mean, they're seeing things and they're curious, and how can I be like, it's nothing, kids?
well, stop letting them see it. Don't let them see it anymore.
I know, I told them,
Shut the door and lock it from now on, and just let them stand outside and cry.
Reagan asked me if it hurts, and I said no.
Yeah, you should have been like, it hurts really bad. Go away.
And I told her that it's something that happens to grown-up ladies.
Yeah, you're going to have it in about a year.
Oh my God, no. And, they were kind of satisfied with that, but I was like, oh my God, I was not prepared to have to explain periods.
Yeah, you
yet.
shouldn't have to explain a period to a 3-year-old.
Wait, why you say it all accusatory?
Well, I'm just saying,
I'm like, here, kids, take a look.
You just lie. Just immediately just lie.
These are the same kids who come in the bathroom with me while I'm pooping and stand right in front of me. Mommy, it stinks here.
Yeah.
Mommy, why does your butt stink?
Now,
I'm like, get out.
so because you've got a baby crawling and the 3-year-old's going wild, like when I'm at work, you have to use the bathroom downstairs so that you can kind of...
Oh, yeah. Our downstairs bathroom gets...
What is the word I'm looking for? Like, you have to stay involved. You know what I mean? Like, you have to... Just in case something happens, you have to be involved. Yeah. And, like, when I come home, it's not happening with me. Like, if I'm like, I gotta poop, I go upstairs.
I literally, like, hardly ever...
I lock our bedroom door, go into the bathroom, lock that door, turn the fan on... the lights, and I block out all of you guys.
I very, very seldomly, hardly ever go number 2 in our bathroom upstairs.
Number 2.
It's always downstairs because I'm having to, like, keep an eye on the kids. Mm-hmm. And usually they're like, Reese has gotten to where, like, I will close the door, like, and he'll sit right outside the door, and he sticks his hands under the door while I'm using the bathroom. And I'm like, dude, seriously?
Please go away. Just please go away.
And then Reagan and Riley, there's always a fight. There's always a fight while I'm in the bathroom that I have to break up.
Don't make me turn this turd around and come out there. Suck it back in. Now, since we're talking about nasty stuff like this, poop, periods, vaginas, whatnot, I have a sort of a public service announcement.
Okay.
That I would like to share with all the ladies. So there's a doctor, and they put this out, and they just wanted to like make sure that like women knew this, Okay. Like this is something that you should know. Don't put wasp nests inside of your vagina.
What?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, it's apparently.
Has that been an issue?
It's an issue now. It's a thing, and from the Bob and Katie show, we would just. We just want to say, please don't join this practice. It's not okay.
No, like, are you talking like a wasp nest?
Wasp, yeah, WASP nest.
Like with the wasp too?
No, they don't put like
is this a vacant nest?
Vagina, like a vacant vagina?
No, a vacant nest.
Yeah. So here we go. Women are being warned against trying a bizarre new trend that suggests using ground up wasp nests to tighten and rejuvenate the vagina.
I don't care what kind of stuff it promises to do. I'm not putting a wasp nest in my hoo-ha.
Some online retailers have been selling oak gauze, which are nests that house wasp eggs before they hatch, and touting them as a natural way of cleaning the female genitalia. Yeah. So basically,
let's not do that.
Basically, what happened is that someone tried this or, figured it out, and because of what it is,
who was the first person to figure that out? Who saw a wasp nest up on like the porch corner or something? Was like, I'm gonna stick that in my vagina.
Yeah, and then they got stung. It's like, maybe we should grind it up first. It'd be a little bit easier. No, it works as sort of like a drying agent. So like you put it inside.
There's all these products against dry vaginas,
right?
Like to give it moisture because it needs moisture. Okay?
It does need moisture.
It doesn't need to be dried out.
Right. Dusty old dry vagina.
If you're trying to dry
wasp flies out of it.
If you're trying, ladies, if you're trying to dry out your vagina, it's not going to happen. It's not supposed to be. dry.
I have so many jokes I can make right now. And like, I don't know what, it's going to get real inappropriate really fast. So, yeah, just don't do it. Don't stick things like that inside of there. You know, it's not a good idea.
I remember one time I was listening to, oh my God, is it Dr. Drew? He's be on the radio.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he's very famous.
Right.
That's the name, right? Dr. Drew?
He does a podcast now. That's what he does.
Remember, it used to be back in the day, he came on the radio. And
a TV show. Yeah.
I was listening to him one time, and this was years and years ago. I was driving the car, listening to the radio, and this girl like calls in, and she's talking to Dr. Drew about how she liked to stick just random weird objects up there. And I was like, oh God, like, and the one thing that I do remember her saying, because it was a lot of like weird stuff.
A chihuahua.
No. It was a broken off handle of a coffee mug.
What?
And I was like, oh my God. Oh.
How is that even an idea? I mean, like, even if it's an idea,
like you drop it, break
you
it.
think
like,
about it.
I could use this.
You think about it for a second, and then your brain should go, no, that's going to cut it up and tear it apart.
Oh God, it makes me hurt to think about it.
Like, that's got to be a delicate
horrified.
procedure. That's like playing Operation, right? Because if you hit the walls, it's going to make a loud noise.
The kids, like, we have a Toy Story Operation game. You know, it's Buzz Lightyear. And they saw it. It's yours. I got it for you for Christmas years ago. And they saw it up in the closet with all the games. And they wanted to play it the other day. And I was like,
you're not there yet. I'm sorry, guys.
Because that is just Mommy, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Like, I knew. I was like, wait until Daddy gets home and ask Daddy. No.
And that's when Daddy's back to being a meanie, because they're not old enough yet to play Operation.
It's bad enough when they play like with the fishing game.
Yeah.
And that's, for their age. They have so much fun, but it always turns into a fight. Because like Riley cheats and he'll use his finger. And so he gets like all the fish. And Reagan gets so mad. Or Riley wants to scooch it too close to his side of the table. And like, we're trying to let them play like games, like board games and stuff like that.
I'm looking forward to that because I love playing board games.
I can't wait till we can have like family game night. But they are still really young, so they're limited. Like, you just got them Candyland not long ago. But oh my God, it's always a fight. Always.
I got one more thing I want to talk about that I found, and I thought it was I thought it was worthy. I thought it was something good. And with Shark Week coming up,
yes,
I thought you would enjoy this. There was a man who got attacked by a bear. Okay?
Okay.
And he lived. All right. So to simplify this story, man goes into woods. Bear lives in woods. Bear attacks man. All right. But he lived. How awesome is that? Right? Survived it. I fought a bear. Lived it. Lived through it. Right? Awesome story. Same guy, after he heals up, goes to the beach, gets bitten by a shark.
No way. Are you serious? Like, what? The odds of that have to be astronomical. What? Did he live?
Yes, he lived.
So he lived through being attacked by a bear and a shark.
Yeah.
I would never leave my house again.
He was boogie boarding off the island of, I don't even know how to say this, Hawaii? I don't know. Somewhere in Hawaii. But, yeah. Less than a year after McWilliams was attacked by a 300-pound black bear. Now, they say 300-pound black bear. A 300-pound bear is really not that big.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, it's really not.
Yeah.
Anyways, less than a year afterwards, he was out 30 yards from the shore when he was knocked off his board and suddenly felt a shearing pain in his right leg. At first, I panicked, he told Honolulu Star advertiser. That's weird. Honolulu Star. I didn't know if I lost half my leg or what. McWilliams said he believed the animal that attacked him was a 6 to 8 foot tiger shark. He saw the stripes and he kicked it hard before attempting to swim ashore. And he said that was the scariest part, was not knowing if he was going to make it to shore.
Yeah.
So he's just swimming as hard as he could.
Do you think in his head he was like, you haven't got to be kidding me?
Yeah. That's crazy, right? That's why you shouldn't go onto Facebook pages of tattoo artists if you don't like tattoos. That is the reason why.
What?
You never know when you're going to get attacked by a bear or attacked by a shark or get hit with a boomerang from some weird kid in a park. You never know when anything strange is going to happen. No, my point is, like, weird things happen. Like, suddenly that you would never think about. You know? Not in a million years do you think he thought he'd go into the woods and get attacked by a bear. Right?
Sure. Well, what does this have to do with tattoos?
I'm just saying, like, that's a waste of that guy's time. That Tommy Coughlin guy or whatever his name is. Like, he's got to have other stuff in life, things that he enjoys. Go do those things, you know? Like,
like going in the woods or the ocean.
Yeah, don't do those. Don't do those things. We all work.
Hashtag Team Inside.
Yeah, hashtag Team Inside. Find your laugh.
Find your happy.
This has been a Cabcast Studios production. For more episodes and information, visit cabcaststudios.com.